Splorin! Not very often that I start these videos by walking around in a dark neighborhood. Seems a little creepy. Makes me seem a little creepy, I suppose. But this isn't creepy. I mean, this neighborhood at times is creepy. For Halloween, it's creepy. This isn't Halloween. This is Christmas. And that, of course, means that we are back on Jeater Bend. Hey, join us today as we do just a little Splorin. We're not even on Jeater Bend yet, and already you can see the inflatables are strong with this one. What do we got? Yoda, Sven, Grogu, Adam the Woo? Now this is the house that always really just kind of blows everybody out of the water. I am told, however, that this will be quite possibly the last year that they participate in the lights. So there's some question as to whether or not the lights on Jeater Bend will continue to be a thing. I have always enjoyed what they put in the windows. This time it looks like they got Mrs. Claus sitting up there on top. And some toy soldiers walking across the downstairs. Of course, you don't have to walk on two legs to enjoy Jeater Bend. Sometimes you could walk on four, and other times you don't have to walk at all. Well, let me start off by pointing out that Santa Claus is in the door right now, which is kind of cool. But look what they have done to the street. I believe this is called Snoap. It's the combination of the words snow and soap. Primarily soap, of course, but meant to look like snow. Definitely soap. Although, really, what Floridian couldn't use a little extra soap in their life? The answer, of course, is apparently the owners couldn't use a little extra soap in their life, because this is the last year they will be blasting the street with soap. Hopefully we can find somebody else who will give this neighborhood a good bath. It really is kind of a shame, because as you can see, the kids really do enjoy this. This may be the most kids I've seen out here on one evening. And it's funny, because usually I'm here on opening day, and this is not opening day. In fact, this has been open for about 2 weeks now. This guy's certainly getting into the spirit of things. He's looking for donations right here to help local families in need. Next house over, they've got something going on here that I did not know about. The lights on Jeater Bend were apparently recently featured in a movie. The movie? Well, of course, it's The Christmas Karen. It's streaming everywhere. It doesn't really say where it's streaming everywhere, but it is streaming everywhere. I like the lighting curtain. By the way, those are not cheap, nor is the large screen out here, I'm sure. And of course, you can't have the town that Disney built without having a few references to the mouse himself. These fine folks are showing everybody one of the classic favorites, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Right now, I believe they are looking for the Bumble. I don't know if you knew this, but the Bumble, he likes pork dinner. I've always felt a little bad for people like this, because on Jeater Bend, they kind of get lost in the shuffle. Any other street, they would probably be like the big house that everyone drives by and slows down and all the neighbors get jealous of. But on this particular street, they seem almost subtle. That's not to say it's not amazing, because I think it's absolutely gorgeous in its subtlety. Much like this house over here. I've seen this house. They do some really cool skeletons, I believe. This is the house, at least, for Halloween. Didn't get over there for Halloween this year, but take a look what they got going on here for Christmas. I kind of like this spinning disc thing. And, of course, they've got all these little arches. And, you know, again, almost lost in the shuffle, you've got the Nutcracker up there on the porch, and I am a big fan of Nutcrackers. It's just not Christmas without a Nutcracker. These guys, again, almost seem subtle right now, but they're standing out in a different way. These fine folks are doing a holiday bake sale almost. It looks like holiday cookies are on sale here. I believe they are collecting funds for the less fortunate. And even to the right of this little booth, There's a little box where you can throw some donations in here. All donations benefit the homeless and needy in our area through the St. Vincent de Paul Ministry. Unfortunately, in the post-COVID world, I have long since stopped carrying any cash, so unfortunately, I'm not going to be any good unless I pick a pocket, which it is for a good cause. No, it's Christmas. I can't. No, I can't. But hopefully a lot of other people can and will. As you can see, there's plenty of people here to do so. I just noticed this throne over here. That almost looks like it's big enough for the fat man himself. No, not that fat man, but good old St. Nick. If you're into angels, they got you covered here. Although with those colors, it almost looks like it could be the sorceress from Masters of the Universe. And speaking of our cartoon friends, there's Charlie Brown and Snoopy. And of course, don't forget Woodstock. We're just missing Linus. Where's Linus? No doubt out teaching people the true meaning of Christmas. Look at this. We got animated pet shops. We got trees. Oh my goodness. We have maybe the real fat man. Will you look at the size of that chicken? That has got to be the third biggest inflatable snowman that I've seen all day. Oh, I know what you're saying. That's not a snowman. That's the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Sorry, folks, it's Christmas. Right now, he's a snowman. And dancing over here, for your enjoyment, of course, the Grinch. Well, he would be dancing if you were just a little nicer this year. Sorry, folks, his heart's not that big. Look at this. Here's a mailbox where you could put Santa mail in it, and they'll mail it to Santa. I have no idea if they'll do that. I'm just guessing that's what it's for. Don't put your Santa letter in there without checking with someone smarter than me. And before we leave Jeater Bend, I got to point out that Santa Claus sure is rocking over there. Probably Last Christmas by Wham. Seems like everyone's got their version of it. Walking down now to Downtown Celebration. I was expecting something, but not what we have found. This is all a little bit of Christmas insanity, if you will. I see, well, let me show you what I see. Well, first of all, what we see is a giant tree. This is probably not as big as the one over in Magic Kingdom, but it's pretty darn close. On top of that, I see a lot of people with their phones hoisted aloft, almost like they know something that I don't. Paging Mr. Morrow? Oh, I know that sound. I know that sound. It's the sound of Snoap. Just look at how happy a little suds can make people, especially at Christmas time. Now, I was born up north. Snow did not make us all that happy, but down here where you don't get snow, festive and it's all clean. Wash up, celebration, it's Christmas time. Look at all of those jolly, happy, Adam the Woo? Are you enjoying this Snoap? It's the other Paging Mr. Morrow's dog. Look at all that Snoap. Snoap as far as the eyes can see. Also, important safety tip, if you get Snoap in your eyes, you can't see very far. Adam, you were telling us that there's Snoap, of course, but what else are things are going on down here today?
About a mile that way. I think you guys already did that.
We did Jeater Bend, yep.
Horses, horse-drawn carriages, and there's a hard walk over here. I think there's even a concert around the lake as well.
Now, I did see Santa Claus was appearing right over there. I don't know if it's the Santa Claus. I can't go on record of saying if it's the Santa Claus, but there is a Santa Claus right over there, along, of course, with the ice skating, with the two trains. There are two trains, as was mentioned, driving around. And, well, half the city of Orlando. Christmas art shows with Christmas art, Christmas t-shirts, Christmas wreaths, Christmas dogs, Christmas Snoap. Did I tell you about the Snoap already? Even Christmas t-shirts on Christmas revelers. Christmas lights, Christmas photo ops, Christmas bicycles, and playing all over the place near us, Christmas songs. Hidden Mickey? I'm not really sure how hidden that Mickey is, but it's a Mickey. That seems vaguely familiar. What, hold on, don't tell me. I know this one. Huh. I know where I've seen that before. Yes, size matters when you're talking about candles. Can't walk down here without pointing out the Celebration Theater, which at some point they will do something with this. In the meantime, it's just a beautiful thing to walk past. This might be my favorite tent. I don't know what they sell, but I like the tent itself. Celebration. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Pop culture references in flannel. Well, as a Gen Xer, I feel like this was made for me. Walking across the street from downtown, there's this church over here. Look at all the lights they've got on this church. Now, I should point out that in about, 4 days now, I guess, they're going to be bringing in a live nativity. But not necessarily the type of live nativity you may have seen before. As I understand, they basically set up, you said it's almost like a city that they set up of Bethlehem. It's not just the manger, right? It's more than that. It's bigger.
Yeah, you got the inn. They obviously got to tell the story. There's no room at the inn and all that.
Right over here is the inn.
Bring in a lot more. They're just starting to build it now.
You can't go in the inn because, of course, as we know, there is no room inside the inn. But that is why you have the manger over here. This I believe, is a small manger, and of course the church. So this is kind of cool.
Live nativity here.
That's what it looks like.
Set up for us.
Yeah,
It's a big deal.
Might have to come down here and see that at some point. So Adam just pointed this out. This particular Presbyterian chapel was dedicated by the niece of both Walt and Roy Disney. This is Dorothy Disney Pewter, I think is how you pronounce the last name. I could be wrong about that. I'm really tempted to pull a Ghostbusters right now, but I feel like that might get me arrested. So instead, I'll just point out how beautiful these horses are. There you go, folks. From Celebration, Florida, it's the Lights of Jeater Bend. It's Snoap. It's Christmas. Hey, if you haven't done so already, reach down below and give that subscribe button a little Christmas tickle. And hey, we'll see you next time when we do just a little Splorin.